There's a sassy man apocalypse right now because men are really getting in tune to their feminine energy, and they're like, but what am I going to get from this? And when are you going to pay the bill?
Actually, there's no such thing as masculine or feminine energy. No, but seriously, like, if you believe that kind of stuff, I hate to break it to you, but you're part of the problem. I mean, first off, let's just dive into it. Men and women are different, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually really good. You want diversity within relationships. That goes for anything. That goes for larger communities. That goes for family structures, and of course it goes for one-on-one relationships. That being said, no two people are exactly the same. So therefore, if we have expected kind of behaviors for each gender, it's not going to end well. I mean, as a dude, one of my life goals is to be a dad, and I would really actually like to be present for my kids as they grow up. And believe it or not, a lot of girls that I've talked with actually have very strong career ambitions. Does this mean that we're like weird defects? No. You know why? Because there's no such thing as masculine or feminine energy. That only exists online. You have to be extremely chronically online to believe the actual notion that men and women have integrated desires. That's just not true. It really comes down to personality. And as I was saying earlier, there are real observable differences between men and women, but I'm sorry, your ambitions and your motivations are not a gendered issue. That's a personality thing. Anyone can have any sort of ambition or interest. That doesn't make you have masculine energy or feminine energy. Now that I've concluded this debate with the TikTok video, let's get into the real issue of why Gen Z is so single. Spoiler alert, it's not that complicated. It really boils down to three things. Number one, not getting out enough. Number two, not being bold enough. And number three, being delusional. Gonna start with number three because I think it affects the least amount of people, but is by no means still uncommon. Let me just go in the deep end straight off the bat. We have a huge comparison issue and also a huge porn issue in our generation. Let me just be real. Comparison is the number one way to instantly become delusional. The more people you have to compare with, the more flaws you'll find in yourself or other people. And guess what? We're human, so you'll never find someone perfect. So if you're one of those people who always tries to find better and better and better and better, you're gonna be super disappointed because humans are deeply flawed, and that's not what relationships are about. Relationships are not a contest to try to find the best person I can get with. It's actually trying to find a fellow human that you enjoy being in company with. Hopefully you find them somewhat attractive, that would be helpful, and you want to grow together. That's what makes a relationship great, is understanding that yes, you're flawed, yes, your partner is flawed, but guess what? You're both human, you guys can work together to become better people. But honestly, the biggest issue, aside from being delusional, is just not getting out enough. Because guys, if you're not getting out enough, how are you supposed to meet someone? You can't meet people unless you're getting out. And I'm sorry guys, if you're still in that delusional space of like, well, I met someone online. Guys, take it from me. I have experience. Do not count online relationships as real. You are only leading yourself into further delusion. Just trust me on this one. Don't do it. Only meet people in real life. That is the only way you'll ever know their true colors. And let me specify, when I talk about getting out, I'm not talking about like, hey, let's go to Ted's house and play some Mario Kart. Or like, hey, let's go to Stacy's and binge watch Netflix. Like, no, you guys need to be going to like social gatherings with people you don't know. That's the only way you're gonna meet more people and meet a potential partner. So to answer this video's question, the only things you guys have to do to not be single is get out more, stop comparing yourself, stop comparing others, and pretty soon you're gonna find either you get in a relationship or you're like, wait a minute, why was I making this such a big issue? I'm content because now that you're getting out more, you're meeting more people. So you don't feel the need to have a romantic relationship to be happy. You're not reliant on it anymore. And anyways, guys, please subscribe if you like this video and share this video to 1 billion people in your local radius.